Thunderstruck went boom over the top.
Running, we're back on the mics. Hot mics all three. We have the return of the Vietnamese Baden.
The Prince.
The Prince.
Middleman Hayde steering the ship.
Yeah.
I haven't got a
And,
license to steer, but I'll try.
Ritzy without a telephone and no stats this week. So welcome back to Pun the Punt, episode 15. Baden, how was Vietnam?
It was excellent. It was good. It was enjoyable. As I said earlier, I think we did it the wrong way around. We went and did the relaxing stuff first.
Yep.
Had the wedding and whatnot. That was awesome. And then we went and hit the two main cities, and it's quite a bit of hustle and bustle, but
It's a busy place.
busy place. But it was good. And actually, we went over there. We didn't even realize it was 50 years
Yep.
since the liberation, since old Ho Chi Minh. They after the Vietnam War and whatnot.
Yep.
That was their celebration. So there were so many people there. They were doing fighter jets and stuff in the morning, like shooting. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Thought it was a bomb.
Yeah.
Dad,
It was
Dad
scary.
reckons
I
there was a
woke up-
million people in the street.
Yeah, there's a photo.
Yeah, he shared it.
Bro,
a
that's
million
we were
people in the
right
street.
near there. Right near there. It was crazy.
You probably would have walked past Dad. Shout out,
Maybe.
Dad.
Imagine that.
Yeah, but
Should have had your Pun the Punt shirt on.
You would have
I
seen
did.
it.
Oh no, this is the final furlong.
Close enough.
Here we
Close
go.
enough.
That's a shout out.
Yeah, that's a
Damn
shout out.
it, Tay.
But it was sick. It was
is
good.
good.
Yeah,
Is it
was-
like hot there? Is it like
Yeah, it's hot as.
Is it like Bali or Thailand where it's
like,
just
No,
hot?
it's
it's
hot.
hotter than that. Like
Dad and me had a fight over it. I was like, this is hotter than Australia.
Yeah.
He's like, you're dreaming.
Nah.
I was like, nah.
he'd be used to it. It's like
the
it's
humidity
muggy.
is
Yeah.
hectic.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I don't want to sound dumb, but I'm pretty sure it's close to the equator.
Yeah, it's right
And
up,
it's
like just below.
it's red
China.
hot.
It's
You wouldn't walk barefoot.
it's so
Oh,
hot.
because of the concrete.
Yeah, it's hot.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did the tunnels, like in the old battlegrounds and stuff. When I
Yep.
did the tunnels and checked that out, shot an AK-47. That was sick.
Did you?
You
It
can
was
see
sick.
how they won
Does
the
it-
war, but
does it
like
kick?
the amount of
Yeah, it was-
forestry and
yeah.
like all the hills,
Yeah.
you can see how they won the war. Like
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
they've got it all. It's like it's just mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can, like if you walk through, it's just got so many like little tunnels and huts and stuff. They would just nailed them.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Can't
It's
believe you
pretty
shot
cool.
an AK.
They've
That's
been
sick.
done like 2 or 3
It was
times.
sick.
They've won every war too. China's tried a few times.
Yeah.
Like no one can get them.
Yeah.
It was
Like, it's good.
yeah, man, it was hectic what they did. They were very smart.
Yeah.
They
It's not
obviously
sport related, but give it like 10, 15 years and they'll be right up there with one of the biggest countries. I'm telling
pretty-
you.
it's
They've got
pretty
so
cool.
much growth coming.
Yeah,
So
right.
much growth.
Are they pretty good, like economically? Do you know?
Yeah.
they're getting better.
Yeah.
For sure. It was, yeah, it's like even Saigon was like Ho Chi Minh City, and that was clean.
Yeah.
That was
right.
nice, like compared to Hanoi, which is up the top, which is the capital.
Yeah.
But
Big
yeah, it's
difference
still a
too
big thing
is
there.
like, it's easy to say this, but like every person's nice.
Yeah,
Like if you fight, bro,
the locals are good.
like you're frowned upon. Like they're real good. It's a little bit different in the last like 5-6 months because they're really trying to turn a corner with like laws and whatnot. Like
Yeah.
you're not allowed to ride your scooter on the footpaths and whatnot anymore. But then they had to override it because everyone kept doing
They
it.
just do it. Yeah,
Yeah,
True.
it's pretty. Yeah,
Proud of
it's
the people.
good.
Proud of the people. Yeah,
They
but it
do
was
it
sick.
well.
Good to be back
Great
here.
place.
Australia is
You
the
haven't
best
missed too
country
much.
in the world,
we've
mate.
been
Yeah.
camping. We missed a bit of footy.
is.
Camping footy, lost the
Yeah.
phone.
Lost a phone.
Broncos lost. Titans lost.
Every
Dolphins
Queensland
lost.
team
Every
lost.
Queensland lost.
Queensland just don't know footy.
It's
Nah.
bad.
What are they doing? We have the Magic Round in Queensland. They're going, oh, let's lose. Every team lose. Like, come on.
Disappointing. I wonder what that was for odds
Talk about
Yeah,
disappointing.
as a multi.
Been keeping up
Very
with
neat.
socials. What happened to the crowds?
Yeah, man. I was fired up about that day. Well, here's the thing: like, as they did, the stats come out, and they did have like 150,000 come through the gates in 3 days, which is impressive.
That's the
think
most lied about number.
It
I've ever
has to be
seen.
light. It can't tell me. I'm like, there's no
They
way
barely
that
filled
crowd
the
was
first
full
level.
once. Yeah, literally.
Even
Yeah.
the Broncos game, there was barely any.
I know it
First
rained
thing I
and the
looked
weather
at,
was shit.
Yeah.
the
but-
loudest the crowd ever got was when Ezra Mam got put on. They started booing.
I didn't even see that. That's classic. Man.
That's how quickly they had to take it off, and they put it on for like 2-3 seconds.
No
And If
way.
you had it on the radio, it was so clear to hear.
Yeah.
dude, the boos were insane.
Yeah, right.
But
I just
a bit
think-
of news to go through there with him. He's not named, but we'll go through that a bit
Yeah.
later.
I just think the
Well, because I
scheduling
was
was
watching
wrong.
the AFL, the Geelong and
Collingwood.
Collingwood
That was a
game, and it
sick
come up.
game.
It was like 87,000 at that
yeah,
game.
yeah, and that was
Obviously, it's a
Saturday
big game,
night.
but the Magic Round is meant to just bring people
Yeah,
in.
the thing with the Suncorp is 52,000 is or 52,000,
But still, when it's full, it's loud. Like
Yeah.
that was terrible. I don't know. Don't know if
And it was Baden on the socials.
It was
just
me,
getting
yeah.
into
Yeah,
it.
can
I
we
was like-
clarify? There was a few messages
Saying it was Loxy.
There was like
There was at
3
least-
messages saying
at
it was
least.
Loxy.
Yeah.
This is such a Loxy post. Let's clarify.
Yeah,
A,
yeah.
I don't have a telephone at the moment, so I don't have socials. And B, it was not me, but I appreciate it.
I did fire. I had a couple of beers as well. I was like,
It was
I'm
fun. I
ripping
woke
right
up
in
the
here.
next
Yeah.
morning, like
Shit,
right
yeah.
before my phone died, and I had like 16 messages.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I'm telling you, at least 7 of them were people going, get off the Instagram. And I was like, what is this?
He's
And
had a few spots
I
in
was
the
like, I better
garage.
check
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I checked. There's like 5 stories. I'm like, was I that ripped last night? And I'm like, I was like, what is this? One, it's all I started losing. It was good.
Yeah,
It was real good. It was-
Reschedule the games, but who the hell wants to watch Tigers and Dragons on Saturday night?
The whole Saturday was just terrible.
They've
Yeah.
totally cooked up.
No matches were, and like even the grand final build up. Oh, not the grand final build up, but the Panthers and the Broncos.
Yeah.
Like, it was just
No.
Sunday was a bit better,
Sunday was better.
but by then it's like people are already over it by
Yeah.
then. It's hard to feel it on.
Yeah,
Sunday,
you're rolling
know what
into
I mean?
day 3 and you've barely had any sleep if you're really
Yeah.
having a crack down
Yeah.
at Magic Round. Look,
Yeah.
a few people did. You're done.
Yeah.
But
You'd see
yeah.
a few of them. But
Yeah, that was me. That was funny.
yeah, that was good stuff. That was quality.
Yeah.
Few good games. I reckon for sure, like everyone's probably going to say the Raiders Storm game was probably
Yeah.
one of the better games just because down to the wire, it's
Yeah.
two teams that you can see being in the top 4.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raiders did well to come back and win that. Storm fell asleep at the wheel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like-
yeah, like
As I've been saying for about a month now, I swear at least a month that they're a concern.
Canberra.
No, Storm.
Oh, Storm and yeah.
Storm.
Well, they did it with the Dolphins, and that was at Suncorp as well. Like they were 18-0 against us,
I mean,
and then they just let teams come back in the second half. They're like,
Yeah.
as you said, do they go to sleep? Like, what the hell?
like I said, it was a concern 4 weeks ago. I was like, these are
Yeah,
bad
yeah.
habits. Like,
Yeah,
you do
yeah.
not want to be doing this. And I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, even a few teams are struggling. The Bronx are 4 from 5. Like,
Yeah,
you know, there's Panthers are down the bottom. They're starting to find a little bit of form, but like, you got to start looking at some other teams now.
Bulldogs still look pretty good. I know they lost to the
yeah,
Bronx.
Bronx,
They
but
were good at trip, but they did all right. It was Titans.
You know, there was just the first half
Yeah.
against the Bronx. Like, the second half was still great. It was
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
they
they
got
come
blown
back.
out, the sin bins.
Yeah.
It was just a bad game.
Yep.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't help versus the Titans because there's an easy dub.
Mm-hmm.
But there is some news coming out of the Titans.
Here we go.
yes.
This
News,
is
man.
this is actually, if we have a little banner, this is actually breaking news.
okay.
Here we go.
Can we chuck one on? Okay,
This
we'll
is
see.
the first of
We'll
2.
Figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Now, I have been hearing whispers for a little while from my little birdies
Sweet.
that Desi Hasler,
On what phone? On what phone?
that Desi Hasler was going to retire at the end of the year.
Ooh,
His contract ends at the end of next year. But there have been rumours, right? Now, as soon as last week, Steve Mitchells, our CEO, came out to say Desi's safe and tried to blow it all under the table. I can confirm today, this afternoon, that they have released and confirmed that if the Titans do not make the top 8, there's a clause that they can sack Desi.
what? That is
Where are they sitting on the
rough.
ladder?
don't ask silly questions.
Definitely on the top 8.
They're definitely not close to the top 8 either.
Yeah, but this is what you can say. They're below the Tigers, which doesn't sound good, but they're above the Panthers.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah, so we're
Are we still though? Like, check. Where are we actually? What's
I'll
the
tell
table
you
say?
right now. Yeah, 16th out of 17. So
Yeah.
you're
That's
actually
what I mean,
only
the
above the
Panthers would've
Eels.
jumped
The
us.
Eels.
The Eels
Panthers
took on
have
them.
jumped you.
Are we worse than the Knights?
Yeah, the Knights.
the Knights have had
come in
3 buys.
But you look at this.
This
So the
is
bottom
bad. We've had a
4,
bye.
bottom 4 is Finns, Panthers, Titans, Eels, all on 6 points. And Titans and Eels have had buys, so you can't really count that. But
But it all starts to come together.
Yeah, the Finns,
you
we
know,
like
like it all like in the rugby league world, it all starts to add up. Desi was looking at retiring. Now there's a clause if they don't make the 8 at the end of the year.
yeah,
There's been some blow ups over the last few weeks with the team.
Yeah, so what's going on
Especially-
there as well? Like, is the David Fafita thing?
Well, there's a bit going on there.
Yeah.
There's a bit going
for
on.
the Ippy Jets.
So the concern with Dave, right? So last week he went in and asked to play on the left hand side. He prefers playing on the left.
Respect it.
His only good game he played this year was against the Dragons, where he played on the left. Like I get it.
You can only pass one way.
Yeah,
However, his
Same.
issue is
Same.
our best player for at least the last year and a half is Bo.
yeah.
My mate Bo. I've been saying it for weeks. My mate Bo. And he just basically laughed at Fafita and said, "You're not getting that." Like, it's Bo spot.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
Yeah.
He's unreal. I've been singing his praises for a week. Anyway, back to the story. So he goes, you know what? I know where you can play second row on the left at the Magpies. That's how I ended up there. Now, normally, look at the other side. Lachlan Ilias, 7 try assist. They won 64-14 in his New South Wales Cup. That's how you respond when you get dropped. Dave ran for 9 runs for 55 metres. It might have been 5 runs, but I'll give him the benefit and say it was 9. For 55 metres against bricklayers.
And he played nearly 80 minutes. Though. He played nearly 80 minutes as well.
That's the big
in his position he wanted.
Yeah.
That's the big concern, right? Now, this week, he's now come out and said that the surgery on his ankle hasn't responded as well as they wanted to. Now he's out indefinitely.
No way.
What?
So there's a bit going on because what I was gonna come up with a big Ritzy prediction this week.
But he's $1 million man, isn't he?
This is where I'm going to.
Okay.
Okay.
So with all these rumours about how they're falling out, what I was going to say is a prediction. And this is no facts behind it. This is a bit of a juju.
Yeah.
Titans to sack him and use the 700,000 spare for when they sack him from the salary to sign Adam Reynolds.
Really?
I'm calling it.
Okay.
I'm calling it.
Well,
There's no word about it. I'm just doing my thing, putting some pieces together, and it makes sense.
Why?
Bronx can't keep Adam.
yeah,
they
there's
don't
too many.
need-
There's
yeah.
too many people.
You
that
got
can
one.
play
It's
that.
either you sign Cobbo or you sign Adam. You're
Yeah.
not getting both.
Yeah. They've got too much in the middle there anyway.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so odd.
Like there's a lot going on in the middle
Yeah.
there. When I always get annoyed last year, especially when it was like Corey Pakes, Jensen, and who was it? Was it Tyson Smoothie?
Yep.
And then
Yeah,
it was
Smoothie
Billy
was there.
Walters.
Yep.
And they were changing like 4 people throughout the game. It's not good for try scorers.
nah.
Not at all.
And
Not for the punter.
ultimately, their best team, I think, on the park at the moment. I don't know. It's hard to say because
he is good.
It's hard to say, but
He keeps calm. The refs like to talk to him. But you reckon, because he's
That's-
up at the end of the year, isn't he? Is it this year? End of this year, yeah.
yeah, I just
Would he
It
slide
just-
in
it makes
with
it-
Titans well, though?
well makes sense. Go and run around
Yeah.
with Goldie for a year, and then go back to your coaching gig that you're promised at the Broncos after footy. Saves you from having to move all the way back down to Sydney for a year. He's only got another year. You can't
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
barely getting through as he is.
Yeah.
But it'd be a great pickup. It's exactly what the Titans need. Foz is gone at the end of the year.
Yeah.
You know.
He'd link up all right with AJ as well, I reckon.
Yep.
I reckon they could go. They
So
could
now
go
we're down the road. You don't have to move. You just drive
Yeah.
down to training every day.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He doesn't need a train.
Nah.
He knows what he's
And
doing.
I
He just needs
I
to-
can't see, and it's just been going on for years. Titans and Fafita just haven't mixed.
Yeah.
I'll admit it now. As much
Yeah.
as I wanted it to work, it hasn't worked.
Yeah.
He's getting paid way too much. He's a shit. He's a bugger in the ass. He's just get rid of him
How old is he? Like out of
He's pretty young
curiosity?
still.
He's still young, eh?
because he would have started at the Bronx at 19.
Yeah.
I think he did 2 years,
I reckon he'd be nearly
and
close
then we've
to
had
like
him
20,
for 4. So I'd say 26.
6 or 7, eh?
But like, and then even, I said it last year.
Where does he go then?
Dolphins.
Who cares?
Well,
He's dead to me.
yeah, well, that's another thing we can sort of work on later. But it's just like, I'm starting to put it all together as well because that's why Billy didn't want him in the Origin squad last year. We didn't want a piece of him.
Fair
Didn't even
call.
have him in the 22-man squad.
Yeah.
Why? Because he's just trouble. Just
He's lazy,
Doesn't- Yeah, lazy.
Okay. Yeah.
you know. Billy saw it. No other coach saw it.
No.
Trent wanted to sign him last year. Ivan wanted to sign him last year.
Yeah.
Billy was the only one who said, I don't want a piece of him. And
Yeah.
I'll say it now, I think he's onto something, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's just been so annoying. Like, bro, he should be the best player in the comp. I'll say it.
Yeah, he should.
He should be, man. He just runs over people.
Yeah.
He's been doing it since he was 19.
Yeah.
Like, he should be so much better. And when he has his good games, it's...
He's
He does have a very
he's
good
so skillful as well.
And
eh,
the
as well.
Titans are so much better when he's in the team. It's just been so annoying.
Yeah.
You know, I just think overall it's just better for both parties if we start to move on.
Yeah. Not worth the
So
headache.
get more 1.1 a year.
Yeah.
He's on a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
He's not going to get that money on his next contract. I know that.
Yeah.
Nah.
But
So when is his contract up with?
it'd be, I think he got 2
Yeah.
this year and next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call it early.
So where does
Send him
Campbell?
packing with Des.
Yeah,
Des
send
go off together. Little package deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll cut ties with both. Yeah, I can't. I'll say it now. Like and now the fact they've come out and released this today, like obviously there's a plan B,
Yeah.
and obviously they're pretty close to activating it
Yeah. Who do they?
because we've definitely gone backwards.
Yeah.
Like we weren't playing that bad under Justin Holbrook. We weren't going that bad.
No.
We're actually getting somewhere.
Wayne Bennett.
No, Bennett's tied to the Bunnies. I reckon it's Brad Arthur. Eh,
Oh, true.
that's my gut feeling.
True.
That'd
Couple
be
of
alright.
smokies.
Well, I've been thinking about it since 5:30 when I heard it in the car driving home. I'm like, who would they
Yeah.
have that would be so?
Billy Slater? No, he can't do it.
He won't do it. He won't do it.
Origin.
He would have gone to the Storm by now if he was going to do it.
Yeah.
He's got too much of a good life outside it in his media world.
Yeah, he's made
But
it.
it's
Debbie
like-
Walters.
Maybe,
Walters, that could
maybe,
be that could actually.
maybe.
True. Imagine that. They
And
just,
dude, that could be a shout.
Yeah, he
'Cause
doesn't
he's
look
best mates
comfortable
with
on camera.
Gordy,
yeah.
and Gordy's our ambassador. Dude, that's a shout.
Yeah, that could be.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Just write that down. in the
Tomo,
book.
Tomo's
Just in case.
stats,
Write
mate.
that down.
Tomo's predictions.
I like that. I like that.
But
He
he's doing okay at his like commentating.
He's
He
trying
cops a-
way too
He's
hard.
not
He is.
good.
You
He's
can
not
t-
good.
To turn tides
Yeah.
a bit, you can tell he's put it on this year.
Yeah.
You can
He
tell that
doesn't want-
Fox
I reckon
Sports
he
has said you
likes
need to start arcing up a bit.
Yeah.
Because
He's
now
passionate. He's definitely
Yeah.
he's
passionate.
he's trying, and I don't mind it, but he's doing this one now.
Yeah.
Jeez, I'm really into it
He's
now.
still in the coaching mindset, I reckon.
I don't know.
as well
I
as
reckon Fox have
commentating.
ripped him. Be like, if you're coming back, we need a bit more because he'll put you to sleep.
Yeah.
He will.
He will.
He's so boring.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I don't. He's gone well.
Yeah.
I'll give him that. To him.
Yeah.
I like
Not
it.
doing too bad considering it fired off a QR code. Like that still blows my mind.
Well, maybe that's what they did. Made him scan a QR code on his first day back at Fox.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So funny.
PTSD from the QR code.
Yeah.
Now, second Ritzy scoop.
Here we go.
Well, this is what we've been talking about for a few weeks, but it's confirmed. Mm-hmm. The WA government
Yeah.
are chipping in 65 million for the Bears.
Yeah, the Bears are coming back.
The Bears are back. It's confirmed. 2028, they're in.
I reckon it'll be good.
28.
Yep.
Far out.
Or it
what
might
can
be.
happen?
It'd be when PNG come in.
Okay, so we're getting 2 new teams.
Yep. It's all confirmed.
Cool.
That'll
The only
be so
thing
good
that's
for the
not
game.
confirmed, and we'll leave that open to everyone, we just don't know if it's Perth Bears or Western Australia Bears yet.
Yeah,
That's the only thing that we don't know.
if they're gonna have one there, you're probably better off calling them the West Australian Bears. But then it's
can't
But
have
it
such an
doesn't leave
annoying-
that open for like 5 years down the
Nah,
track if they
yeah,
want a
if they
second
wanna-
team.
If they want to go down as well, maybe branch off to or South Australia's definitely.
Well, they
It'd be
did.
good
I
for
mean,
Perth.
they did in soccer. It was
Yeah.
Queensland Raw, and then they had the Gold Coast team.
Yeah. I reckon it sounds well. Perth Bears sounds pretty good as well, though.
Yeah.
That's
I
got a
don't
nice
mind
ring to it.
WA Bears.
You
WA
like
Bears.
Rams.
I did like the Rams.
That's a good name.
We were
That
speak-
sounds better than
Yeah,
Bears.
I like
we
the
were
Rams.
talking about this the other day. It just gives you the Western Australia vibes. The boots, the hat,
Yeah.
the Rams.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
I don't know.
I like the
Hear me
Rams.
out. Hear me out.
What about
I don't
the
know
Miners,
the Bears
WA
because it'd be a
Miners?
partnership with Northern Sydney. I think we spoke about this originally because they're going to play like 4 or 5 home games in North Sydney.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to run with the Bears. But if you do, Volandis, Western Australia, if you do a second team, call it the Rams, and I want some money for the idea.
That's fair.
Yeah, I reckon that's fair. Mm-hmm. No, that's a good.
So,
yeah, I did say that.
They're me
That'd
2
be good.
scoops for the week, boys. I don't
That's
have
cool.
Ritzy stats, I don't have try scorer stats or anything, but they're the 2 things.
down
Bears
the
are
phone.
confirmed, Desi on the way out, and a Ritzy prediction for Reynolds.
Yeah,
that's pretty
I
cool.
like it.
Yeah.
Interesting. I do like that the Perth team is getting a team as well as PNG.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, I
you need
felt-
to go that
The
way.
only
Yeah.
thing I haven't exactly worked out yet, if you guys know, feel free to let me know, but I just can't work out how they're going to do it if they do an extra week in the season
For the
or if they'll have the 2 team buys, which I think they used to do before we added the Gold Coast team. I'm pretty sure 2
Two-team
teams used
buys.
to have a buy
each week.
each week. Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon that
But there's 2 new teams being added. That evens it up though.
that's 19. Then it goes to 19.
Yeah, but does that matter? Like then it's
Well,
9.
yeah. Then you only have. then you just add an extra game, but then it's
Yeah, it's just
coverage
an
and
extra
stuff
game.
as well.
Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah, it's just an
Actually,
extra game.
It doesn't
Yeah, because what I'm thinking would have happened if that's probably why they did.
add 2.
Yeah, actually. Yep.
Yeah, so
okay.
it's just-
yep.
yeah.
Scrap that.
Same rounds, extra
Yeah.
game, which is good for the viewer. Another game to watch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hopefully PNG and
I
hopefully.
wonder
the
when
teams
they'll
are
fit
all-
it in. I wonder if they'll do 3 Sundays or if they bring back Monday night footy. I really liked
Monday night
footy
was
would be a
sick.
shout.
I really, really enjoyed Monday night.
That just
footy.
made the Monday night.
It made the
Monday
week
blues,
so much quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
It did.
quick.
Yeah,
And the
bring
only
back
reason they
Monday
got rid
footy.
of it because the game attendance was low. But
Yeah,
call a spade a spade. You're
Yeah.
getting 7,000 people to a game at the moment.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
come on.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
just have
yeah.
it, make the Monday night game like at a smaller stadium.
Yeah,
Have one
yeah,
at Sunny
yeah.
Coast on a
Yeah.
Monday night. I
Yeah.
bet you that would be packed.
yeah, I'd be going.
I'd
It
go.
would, but the only issue, and I know they'll say this, there's not enough commercial space, corporate boxes,
Yeah, true.
ETCs. That's the main reason why they keep getting angry with the regional.
They'll get the
games.
viewers on the TV. So
Yeah, but they
that's
need-
the tick right there.
They need the
It's
entry.
through the gates.
Oh, we're having the Olympics in 2032. Surely there'll be some stadiums laying around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be something new.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well, Sunny
Cool.
Coast Stadium's getting rebuilt anyway, so
Yeah.
it's 3 years away. It could be.
I
a thing.
still like, I think we already spoke about it maybe last time or 2 pods ago, the PNG where the PNG feeding into the NRL is
Yep.
no salary cap,
yeah,
which
yeah.
is cool. I like
Yeah,
that
that's
for them.
sick.
That
Yep.
is pretty cool.
Well, you've got
They
to,
need
man.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still don't really agree with the PNG thing, eh?
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
tough.
Like,
It's just,
do they just move
they barely
into,
get through in the Q Cup. Like,
Yeah.
and it's great, but it's, yeah.
Who's gonna want to go there as well? They're building the hub there for them, so they're gonna have
Yeah.
like pretty well their own little town.
And they're going to try and incentivize it and stuff, but it's just, I don't
Who was
really
gonna
like
go
it.
there?
Like the whole idea of it's political, it's to get feet on the ground in PNG and keep
Travis
China out.
Southwell might be the president by then.
It's
'cause
just like,
he's the
yeah.
king over
I don't
there.
agree with
Yeah.
it. I don't agree with it.
Yeah, it'd be different.
Yeah, something different. Spice it
Anyway.
up.
They need to start with their
Just gotta
young.
be careful with this sort of stuff. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. You look at the union, man, like,
yeah,
you can't take the game too far away. You know, you got to keep close to your roots because it gets a bit hard to follow.
yeah.
It'll die real quick if you start adding too many teams. Don't get me wrong. It's like why you got World Cups and stuff. It's just, yeah. Super 15's a great example. Like, you can't have 5 Australian teams. You can't have 4 New Zealand
Yeah.
teams and 3 South African teams. It's just, it'll die.
Yeah.
I'll never watch it.
No, there's worlds, yeah.
And it's
You gotta
just,
about
it's hard to
stand to
keep up.
watch it.
Like, yeah. Anyway,
Shit,
it's another
well.
day conversation.
Yeah.
That's
Spice
me
it up a bit.
daydreaming a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit of happiness. What did we have on the weekend wins wise? Knights got a win over the Rabbits, which is sick.
Mate, how good
Mm.
is the number 6 at the night?
Fletcher Sharp.
Fletcher Sharp.
Fletchy.
Yeah.
Mate,
Yeah.
he scored a triple.
Animal. He
He
looks
scores,
great.
he's scoring every week and he's doing it easy.
It's
And you
easy
can
to
still
fly
get, like,
like an eagle when
$2.
you're running around with pelicans.
Yeah,
But
there's even Pelicans around him. But he's the one, Matt, like he's still busting. Who did Knights play on the weekend again?
Rabbits.
Yeah, like they're...
no, let's clear that up. They played like Redfern Sea.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, there
Let's
was a
clear this
few
up.
missing from that squad that were good.
The
but
thing that showed is, unfortunately, Humphreys didn't save the Rabbits with their recruiting because their team is so bad. It's like the Titans. Once you get past that first 17,
Yeah.
it falls away so quickly.
Yeah, that's the difference
Yeah.
between like
Yep.
the Storm in
Yep.
particular. Like
Yeah.
you can have half the Storm team out
Yep.
and the half that come in still going to
still
beat
that
half the
good.
competition.
Same with the
Penrith.
doggies. They had
Doggies, yeah, they got good.
3-4 weeks when they had Kiki out, Birdo, all
Yeah.
that out. Next man up mentality.
Yeah,
Same when the Panthers are shining. You wouldn't even know that Cleary was there. You wouldn't
Yeah.
even know that, anyone was there. But you
Yeah.
look at some of these other teams and it's dead. It's not
What
even
is
that-
it? Is it the people aren't playing as good a footy in the lower ranks, like the 17, 18, 19, 20-year-olds are just, or they all for the Storm? Or they,
It's a lot
Yeah,
of
I know.
things.
like you would
It's-
think that if there's 100, let's just say 100,000 people graduating that play footy every year,
Yeah, yeah.
100,000 of them want to play NRL.
yeah.
Like there's surely got to be 10,000 that are reasonably good,
that are good, yeah.
but
And they just,
You're gonna open up a few angry, ritzy things going down that road. I'll keep it short and sweet.
talent
But
pathway.
it's just it's coaching.
that is probably a very big point actually.
Having the right people in the
Yeah,
right
that is
places,
so
having the right feeder clubs.
Yeah,
Like, and again, don't want to go down this rabbit hole. A prime example is you look in our backyard. You got bloody 2 Gold Coast feeder clubs go to the Broncos.
Yeah,
and you've
yeah.
got the Magpies feeding into. I'm pretty sure it's the Magpies who now go to the Titans, or it's one of
yeah,
those
something weird.
stupid Brisbane teams that are affiliated with the Gold Coast. And it's just stuff like that a Gold Coast junior team should not be affiliated to the Broncos.
Yeah.
Or like another.
Or the Falcons, the Storm, aren't they?
That's fine with me.
Yeah. That's
Why?
why coming up.
Who are the Storm going to go to?
Got no one down
Geelong Cats for bloody. You know what I mean?
True. They
Well,
just
they're
don't
getting
have
their
the
AFL
players.
skills.
That's
from
why.
the kicking
That's why
skills.
it's crazy what the Storm do. Like the Storm are just so hidden.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing in Melbourne for rugby league. Like
Yeah.
any of their players can walk down the street. No one would even say hello to them.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Like that's one of the big selling points for Melbourne.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you want to be a nobody, come down to us
Yeah.
because you get no. Like in Sydney, like it's just media there is just insane.
yeah.
Same
right.
with Brisbane.
Yeah.
You know, like no Brisbane Broncos player could go down to a cafe without getting harassed.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, any of those Storm players could go to any cafe and they wouldn't even get a hello.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
And it's vice versa with the AFL. That's why a lot of the Vic boys get over it and they
Yep.
come up and play for Brizzy or Gold Coast because you're not getting recognised as much.
Yep.
Yeah.
A
Right.
little bit cruisier.
100%.
So I feel that.
And B to it is your salary cap. Can't have $1.1 million going to David Fafita and expect to have a good
Yeah, decent.
23 ready to fill in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to be smart with your cap. And that's like, you look at some teams like the Storm are a good example again. They won't pay overs for anyone. If you want to be here, we'll pay you this much.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what works.
Dude,
so well
Pappy,
as well.
this year, his deal was like 300K less than any other deal he had on the market. And he's still like, I would stay at the Storm.
Yeah. Good on them.
Yeah. Sacrifice money to enjoy it. You know what I mean?
And know you're going to be under a good coach and a good team.
A good life. Like,
Yeah.
call it out. Like, imagine rocking up to the Tigers training session the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Stuff
Benji
that.
Marshall just be doing steps.
All
Why
the-
can't you boys do
No,
this?
no,
Look at this.
like-
Flick passes behind the
not
back.
that. Like,
Deep
for
test.
real. Like, all the media bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the friction in your team. You got
Yeah.
half your team not wanting him. Like, who wants to go to a job like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just stupid. Same with the Titans. Same as most of these bad teams. There's always some stupid rumor or something going around. You don't ever hear anything stupid coming out of the Storm. You don't ever hear Hughes is over Bellamy and he wants to walk out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Good
Yeah, it's-
culture.
Bellamy just blows up, but you don't hear any complaints
And
from
it's
the
easy to
players.
say, oh, it's because of the Storm, but it's why they're so good.
Yeah.
For that exact reason.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's fair.
You won't
There
be
you
a
go.
good football team on the field if your front of house isn't clean.
No.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
What else
yeah.
did we have happen there? Tigers beat the Dragons.
I'll say this because as I was saying before, we've got to start looking at some other teams. I'm liking what I'm seeing from the Chooks.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm liking what I'm saying. They're growing.
Yeah.
They're starting to find some really good confidence.
I like Billy
Look,
Smith.
don't get me wrong. Their bad games are bad,
Yep.
but every team's having them, and their best games is up there with the best teams at the moment.
Yeah.
I know you don't like him,
Yeah.
But-
Teddy.
dude. He
Is it?
He's on fire, dude.
Origin comes around. Origin starts getting
I'm telling
spoken
you.
about, and then all of a sudden, this fucking prick just goes, "I want to start playing the best. I'm going to be the best fullback in the comp right now."
No
Like,
one,
why?
why does no one like him?
year?
He's like this every game.
He just slips
People
over too
hate
much.
it.
Get some better boots, man.
I'm telling you, man. I'm
hate
telling you.
I'll give you that. He is playing well. He's hungry. He doesn't look his age. Like he doesn't
going
play
great.
for his age.
And
He's
there's
good.
only good
Yeah,
news
good.
coming for him.
Yeah.
Sammy's coming back soon. Smith's coming back soon. It's his last season there. He wants to rip, and he's made that clear.
Wait, isn't he going to the Rabbits?
Yeah, at the end of the year. And he's made it very public that he's going to rip in.
Oh, I thought I read that today that it was
No,
as of now.
no.
I didn't think that was true. I was like, okay,
I'm
must have
telling
been
you.
someone
He's
pulling the leg.
publicly came out and he said, I'm keen to, like, he's going to rip in.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. When he comes, his first game back, chuck him in because he's going to go hard.
Chuck him in.
Is he
Chuck
going
him in.
over?
I'm telling you right now, he's going to go hard. Tell you who else is going, like, this is one of the craziest things this week.
Roosters beat the Dolphins. That was actually good call. Actually, yeah, Roosters did well because I was
Dude.
on the Dolphins train thinking,
Well,
here we go, here we go.
We've been missing a couple
They
as well.
just
But
shut him down.
Yeah, they
Roosters did
had-
play
Dude,
very
they're
good.
going really good. I'm telling you, like them and this bit of an easy one to call. The Raiders, they're sticking around.
Yeah,
They're sticking around.
Raiders look good.
Did they do?
I like
Yeah.
it.
They do.
Yeah,
They're really enjoyable.
yeah,
Ricky's got them going.
Mm-hmm.
They're a great team. So they're my two. The Wars,
yeah. They're doing well.
they're still
Yeah.
hanging in.
They're just like flying under the radar though.
Are they second?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're second on
Yeah.
the ladder.
Like they just keep going up.
yeah. They're just putting it together.
Sorry, third. They were second at one point on the weekend, and then the Raiders won, and they were just second. That's what happened.
Dolphins at the top.
So you got
still.
Doggies, Raiders, Warriors, Storm, top 4.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
that's good. That's good.
It's a pretty good top 4.
Where are Manly down to?
They're coming 7th.
They're sticking
And
around.
there's
They did win on the weekend, but
there's
They didn't
5
play on
teams.
the weekend.
Yeah, they had the bye.
I'm thinking last weekend. Excuse me, we had the week
5
off.
teams on 10 points, and that's ranging from 5th to 9th.
Okay.
So it's still a tight, like up. It's what was it, round 9? So we're going into round 10, and it's still anyone's shot in that
Yeah.
sort of 10.
What do you
Well,
reckon
probably-
of the Jacob Preston?
Just about to say that. So I said,
Yeah.
I've got something I got to say.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
timing. 4-week suspension.
Yeah.
So 2 things on that. Rules out our first Smokey for New South Wales because now he's out of origin contention. So, damn.
Damn.
But what the problem is, right? He's already got two priors this year for a kosher tackle.
Yes.
So the original sentence was 1 week, but because he's got priors, he now gets 4.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. 2 this season.
Okay.
Not in history. He's already been done twice for it this year.
Right. Okay. Because I was looking at it and I
Same.
saw something that come up online and it
Yeah.
was like, how does that get 4 weeks? But Ezra Mann gets 9 weeks for
For
what he did. But
Yeah.
that makes
We'll come to Ezra shortly because I've got some thoughts on that myself with what's happening this week with him. But yeah,
it didn't look that bad. But now that you say that it's like this is warning number 3.
yeah.
Stick the book.
And it's funny because Jason Demetrio was speaking about it earlier. He's like, because he's on the committee, match review committee, he's like, there's 2 major things that we look at. I can't remember what the second one was, but first was the mitigating factor in regards to how could you have not done that. And yeah, obviously from what they saw, there was intent to do a crusher tackle.
Yeah.
You've already done it twice this year. You're not getting the idea.
Yeah.
Cop this.
That's a pretty big loss for them though.
Huge.
Because he's always gets
It's massive.
gets over.
He's like I said, I was saying, like, I rate him hard. I've got him
Yeah.
as a Blues captain next 3-4 years. So, yeah, pretty
That'll be
unfortunate.
That will be.
Because I was the same. Like, I didn't even know like he did that.
No,
Like, I
it
popped up on
Yeah.
my Facebook and I was like, 4-week suspension. What for? And then I heard mate say it was from the crusher tackle. I was like, geez.
Yeah.
But
Because I saw it. We were just watching the game and
Yeah.
we're in camping, so it was tough. And it was on Tino, and it
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
look that bad, but Tino stayed down, and I was like, oh, what was it? And then I don't even remember if he got Simbit.
well, that must be
No, I
what it is.
don't think he did.
Because when I got home,
Yeah.
I looked at the Titans page to see comments page to see what people were saying. And everyone was saying Tino's a cat. I was like, what's
I
he
think
done?
rolled
What's he
into
done
it
now?
a little bit. I didn't. I just said he had the priors, so that's why it went up. But
Yeah.
I don't really think it was that bad.
Yeah.
By sounds of it, Tino stayed down by sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely did.
Yeah,
It's been interesting that Titans Doggies games ever since that Origin game where Tino and Birdo went at it. Like it's been feisty ever since that club game. So
yeah.
yeah, and it's just
They were feisty in that. That
Dude,
was
they've
a
been
feisty game.
Belmore was feisty.
Yeah.
Like it's just flowed on. It's been like that for a couple of years. So
Love to see it.
we
Love
don't
to
really
see it.
have like beef with anyone like a
Yeah,
rivalry.
you don't
Our
have a
biggest one's
rivalry.
kind of Canberra
Yeah.
for some reason or
Yeah.
another. I think because Mal Meninga. But we don't really have anyone, so it's kind of interesting.
Cool.
A couple of good doggies, mate. So it's kind of good. So
Look into it.
I haven't won one in a while either, so as per usual.
Yeah, it's tough.
Anyway, that's enough of the Titans.
Yeah, we've been banging on about the Titans a
Yeah.
fair bit here.
Bronx,
mine.
You can tell when I got no homework, just stick to what we know.
Yeah.
But no, most of it is good news. Well, not good news, but updated news.
Well, what's the Ezra Mann details then?
yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting one because
Is he back? Is he meant to be back this week?
he's allowed to be named
He's
this
available,
week,
yeah.
but Matt just said no.
I reckon that's fair.
It's 50-50, right? Because my reports is he is carving up. He's running rings
training
around
and stuff.
everyone at training. Like apparently he's by miles ahead of everyone at the moment at training.
I heard a lot of Broncos players
Really?
want him back like ASAP. A lot of the boys are saying
Yeah.
they want him back.
Really?
Yeah, that's what was word. But at the same time, you got to manage something like that because then you get the hype around, as you said, all the media and stuff that comes along with the game these days. You can't just go, all right,
Well-
bang, he's straight back in. Like,
Well, I'll fight you on that.
okay,
who do you reckon's going to rock up to South Logan Magpies game on Sunday? A game that would have 20 people there at max. There'll be about 5,000 reporters there now.
Yeah, probably.
Like,
It's the same, but he needs to run in the twos first, surely. Like, you got
why?
to go through reserves.
You're a professional athlete.
Yeah, I know, but at the same time, Madge's he's that bloke.
You're telling me the Broncos don't need him right now? The halves are
they need
trash.
something happen.
They've lost 4 from 5. They need him.
They need something to happen, but I think that it's a right call.
The bro's been through the ringer. He's paid his price. He's had 9 weeks out.
Yeah, that's what they said of that.
He paid the family out of his own pocket. The Broncos didn't pay for it. He paid for it. He went through the media. He's gone to counselling. He's gone to rehab. I gave him heaps of trash. I still call him Ezra Graham. Like, bro's been through it.
Yeah.
And now he's ready to come back, prove his point, earn his stripes. And it's like, sorry, mate. And honestly, I reckon it's all come back from when he got booed at Magic Round. I reckon the Bronx have just gone, nah, we don't want that.
Yeah.
Because, dude, it was bad. I'm telling you, like, it was the loudest thing I heard all weekend, the boos.
Yeah,
and they went on to him for about 2 seconds, and because of the boos, they got straight off.
It'll be remembered
cut it
for a
straight
while.
away,
It's
like-
tough to come back from something like that.
Yeah.
But I think Madge's an old school as well in a way.
I do. I kind of see it from that perspective.
Yeah, they do need him though, 100%.
Dude.
They need he's firing. They need something to happen there.
You're a professional club man, like,
Yeah.
and I kind of understand that point, but like it's the same thing as the Galvin situation.
Yeah, true.
Honestly,
what happens if, let's say, he's not named this week, Broncos lose, and then they end up missing the 8 by 2 points?
Yeah,
Because he just didn't play this one game.
And what if he comes back the week after and they don't lose the game for the rest of the year?
Yeah. And then
that's it.
looks like a dickhead. Well, that's the risk he's got to take, eh?
I don't know. I don't. There is both ways to look at it, but ultimately, I think they've stuffed up here. Hey,
Can he still get named?
no.
No.
Well, you could, but they won't.
Yeah.
I don't think he made the 22,
Yeah, right.
No,
which
no,
they've got to
emergency.
cut tonight. I think Thursday night they've got to cut it to 18. So yeah, or it's cut to 21. I'm pretty sure, and then you get.
You
I can't remember exactly
name
on the
that at
spot.
first emergency, the one.
But no, he won't be named. Definitely won't be named.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Like,
the media
dude,
influencing the game too much.
The best Broncos team is Ezra at 6, Reynolds at 7, Hunt at 9.
Yeah, that'd be.
If you guys are winning a premiership, that's going to be your spine on grand final day. Get
Yeah.
him on the park.
Yeah.
You've already lost 9 rounds.
Yeah.
You're already playing catch up. You're already
Yeah.
down on the ladder. You know, he's in the top 8.
Don't think so.
He's
got-
just in there.
Well, there's a lot from 5th to 9th.
Yeah, that's what I said. 5th and 9th is
I
all
don't
the
know,
same. So it's just going off.
And the way that the competition is this
for and
year,
against.
I don't like it.
Too risky.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could go either way.
He's already do the time for the crime. He's already
Yeah.
done it.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
done it. Otherwise,
true.
why give him a 9-game suspension? The Broncos should just set him out for 9 rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of getting it handed from the NRL.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
That is the best team, what you've just said there. That is the best Broncos team because the way Billy Walters has been playing as well, you can easily, like, say Reynolds or whatever's starting to get tired.
I'm telling you, if you're making the grand final, they're not naming
naming.
Pegs or Billy at 9. I'm telling you that
No,
right
you
now.
want him on the bench, like,
I'm telling you that right now.
because they can swap out, and all 3 of them players can play. Ezra, I'm sure, could play number 7, no worries. Like, if it had to come down to it or whatever, but you just move Hunt back there, like, that's the best team they got to put through, and then I do see what you're saying, but I think Madge being the new coach of the year and he's trying to put his foot down, sort of thing, old school mentality, the way he sort of did when he coached the Blues last year to the Origin, where he threw all the music and the bullshit out the door. I think he's doing something similar, but 9 weeks as well, done your time. I do see what you're saying.
I'm just going to, even right now, just the way the Broncos are, the last 5 weeks, 4 from 5, they're not playing good.
Yeah.
They're not playing good.
They're not gelling. This doesn't
And
look like they're
everyone
all-
in the team wants him in the team.
It wants him in the team. That's what they've said. They said put him straight
And
back in.
I'm telling you right now, he is running rings
Yeah.
around people at training.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I've heard this from at least
He's a
5 different
gun.
good sources.
Yeah,
He's
right.
a gun.
Well, he is a very good player.
Yeah.
So
No, I'm telling I'm telling you, when he comes back, bro, you'll be like, holy shit, this is what Richie was saying. I'm telling you,
here we go.
he's going
Dally
off.
M contentions after 10 rounds. Imagine that. That'd
Yeah,
be
that'd be
right.
sick, eh?
He just wants to prove it.
Prove
like,
a point.
get back and earn your stripes back.
Yeah. Get back to
And
doing
a
what
lot
you
of
do.
people forget the bro is 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still young.
He is 20.
Yeah. You do some
So-
stupid shit when you're young.
Oh, shit.
And especially when you got money.
do.
Money.
Yeah.
You
It's
do.
pretty rare. He's
And
gone
like,
to
don't
the
get me
ringer.
wrong, like what you did was bad.
Yeah.
And everything else, but I'll admit you've done your time. You paid your crime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't done all your things. Time to come back.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yeah,
we'll just end up
He's just in the
crucifying everyone.
gulag at the moment.
Yeah, yeah.
They're just not
He's
letting
in
him
a
out.
gulag.
Yeah, he's stuck there with a melee.
Yeah.
knife.
Yeah.
Just in the corner.
Yeah.
Come on, Madge.
Let me out.
Come on.
Let me out. Let me out.
Funny. That's a great reference.
Yeah.
Someone buy me back.
Yeah, buy me back.
Yes.
We're referencing COD if you don't know either.
Yeah. Well, did you see that this is completely off topic, but they pushed back GTA 6 until like next year now or something.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a massive big deal, but like,
Everyone blowing up about
I
it.
just I like when everything happens or something like hell weird happens, they'll be like, "We got this before GTA 6."
yeah, all the memes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I like
That's
that.
so good,
The
eh?
internet is undefeated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the internet's pretty crazy out there, to be honest.
A bit of a left-hand turn before I forget to mention it. Probably everyone doesn't really care because I don't think the racing's taken off. But there is a new jockey challenge coming out. So to keep it short and sweet, if you do want to know about it, just
Is it the jockey challenge like I said?
No, our what do you call it? Sweeps, not sweeps.
Yeah,
What are we? I've
ballot
lost the
draw,
word. Yeah, like
Everett.
the
whatever it
Everett
was.
ballot.
Bear
Yeah.
with us on that. We're still in talks with Volandis.
yeah.
Um, it's gonna come along, but
world.
Nah, just if
Slots. That's
if
what
you
it was.
are interested
Slot
and want to know,
racing.
it is a huge concept. It's like the Saudis are buying into it. It's going to be just Google it if you can and just go jockey challenge. J-Mac's spoken about it. It'll be the first 4 or 5 links on Google.
But it's kind of like the F1 you said.
They're going to turn it into like an F1 standings ranking. So it'll be
Yeah.
like, for example, during the Melbourne Spring Cup and the Sydney Autumn Carnival, there'll be like a week or 2 week period where there'll be just the particular jockeys that'll come in
Yeah,
and contest these races for their points
yeah,
and ends up turning into like a rankings thing. So sort of talking a little bit of jargon here. Do Google it to get the right facts, but ultimately, long story short, there'd be $22 million between the jockeys to earn, and the outright winner of the competition will get $55 million
yeah, that's crazy.
US dollars.
yeah.
crazy.
Shake with
So-
the money.
Ultimately,
money,
they're
money.
just trying to transform the sport into a bigger global sport. They feel
More
like
of a
they've been left
market.
behind a bit with all these other sports, especially jockeys alone. So
Yeah.
just want to try and get the jockeys up a bit more.
Fair enough.
I think it's a great incentive. A lot of big people in Australia backing up. J-Mac's really open about it. He's going to be
Yeah.
one
Of course,
of the...
he thinks he'll win it.
Yeah, he
oh,
probably
of course,
will,
of
bro.
course. Like, but all the...
And Zach Burton as
yeah.
well.
Purton's involved, Frankie Dettori,
Ryan
Moore, Zach Purton, J-Mac,
The Japanese
the
fella.
Japanese bloke,
Too hard to say his name.
Yuki...
Shohei Otani.
Yuki...
Sorry. He's a
Yuki
big jockey, isn't he?
Suka.
He's running around at 90 kilos.
Anyway, Google it, you'll find out. So yeah, very interesting if you're in the racing world. Definitely update yourself on that because that looks
Yeah.
very sick.
Something different. Cool.
Something fresh,
It is
spice
cool.
Just
it
a
up.
lot of money. Again, it's on the article. It's definitely confirmed. $55 million will go to the winner. So
Which is
Yeah, it's pretty
crazy.
wild, eh?
there'll be a lot of interest there. A lot of people will be getting on the bike.
And a
Yeah.
shout out would say in the F1 that Oscar won another race.
I've got a stat on that.
Here we go.
Oscar's already won more F1 races than Norris, and Norris has had like 80 extra races.
Jeez.
Wow.
Around that, F1 fans, Tobes, you can comment, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
It's definitely 7-6. He's already beating Norris.
Yeah, true. Because he's won like the last 3 in a row, is it?
He might be leading the competition, man.
Pretty sure
Yeah,
it's all
because-
If we can double check that, but I'm pretty sure he's
Right,
on top
for
of the standings, which is wild.
Little quick
Yeah.
one.
Because
Wild.
he won, I think it was just Miami,
Yep.
and then maybe it was Mexico before I
Yep.
think he won.
Yep. He's on a roll.
Yeah, which is pretty
Yeah,
cool.
he is.
It's
He's
crazy.
He's coming first.
Yeah.
There you go.
Respect
4
that.
wins, 5 podiums. Like, what the? That's wild. I honestly don't watch F1 a lot.
I
I'm
try
not a-
to. I
yeah.
try to keep up. But
Motorsport
Tobes is
me-
good. He'll update me with it.
Yeah.
But dude, that's hectic.
Wow.
Yeah, that's wild. That's actually wild.
That's proper money as well.
Yeah, that's proper money.
Go Australia.
Give us
I don't
some.
We're
think
coming
he's
for
getting
America,
the
man.
Like,
I
he's-
reckon.
like that's up there for
Yeah.
Can we bet on Australian Sportsman of the Year because that
Well, it should
I'm
nearly
putting
be.
that on.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want him.
Yeah,
True.
that's wild.
Or you
Gout,
can.
gout.
I was about to say you're gonna put in gout. You can work someone out, but that's who I'm locking in.
am I
Yeah,
thinking?
that's pretty cool. You'd be thinking like Robert Irwin or something.
Robert, mate, his Bonds shoot was unreal.
It was.
I was like, why don't I look like that?
Yeah.
I mean, I would take him and just not his personality. I know he's like a big, he's real in your face, but sometimes it's like, come on, brother,
Settle down.
just relax, all right?
Yeah.
We all know you. We all know you're Steve's son.
Yeah. Respect it.
But yeah, he's looking hot.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
he's
beefing.
got the bod.
Yeah.
Got good genes, that bloke.
Yeah, great genes.
But yeah, that's all I've
fine,
really
yeah.
got.
Anything in the AFL? Like there was a pretty good, the Geelong and Collingwood game was
So
pretty
that,
sick.
That was wild, just the way it finished. So there was a call in the middle of the ground. Bobby Hill chased down.
Yeah.
I can't remember one of the Geelong players. They were blowing up. The umpires called it taking out the leg, so he's pretty well wrapped around his ankles. I reckon he's taking his ankles out. But in that moment of the game,
Yeah.
it's a tough call for the umpire. But someone's got to make it. It's going 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon he's grabbed him, and as he's slid down, he has taken his legs out.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he just dropped the ball.
Hip drop.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, it wasn't really though.
No,
like
but
he
I'm not
literally
sure.
just like coming. Like, did you watch the?
I was watching
how
the game.
quickly he caught him.
Bobby Hill is one of the quickest blokes
Dude,
in the game,
like,
mate.
There was this is the guy with the ball, and then
Yeah.
let's say Bobby Hill's here, and there was another Geelong. No,
Paddy Dangerfield was in the middle of the
Just
ground.
say
I don't know
Sharper
what
and
he
the
probably
TJ
wouldn't have
Stakes
been.
was
Yeah,
what the
pretty
idea.
well.
he was like they were running like this, and then Bobby Hill just
Yes,
like
well, he is.
it was
he's
quick.
quick, man, and he's
And
yeah.
English comes off heels.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I could watching the replay. Paddy Dangerfield was definitely screaming at him, but when you've got nearly 90,000 people around you at the MCG, he wouldn't have been able to hear anything.
Yep.
He wouldn't have been able to hear Bobby Hill breathing down his
Oh,
neck as he came. He
that
had
sounds
no
like-
idea.
I've heard that before from a lot of Brisbane Lions fans a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Interesting that.
Something like that, eh?
Mm.
But yeah, and then so Jack Crisp had just broken. I can't remember who it was pretty famous bloke's record of consecutive games. So I'm pretty sure it was like 300 plus consecutive games. I'll quickly look it up just so I know.
and then he missed.
Yeah, so he ended up with the ball after the siren. So out of all
right.
people, 245th consecutive game. So he broke Jim Stein's record.
Steinsy.
Jim Stein's record, and he had 245. So
Interesting.
244, so he's done 245. But as if that happens, like it comes down to the wire, especially against Geelong. Like they've had a bit of history as well. Jack Crisp gets the ball 45 metres out, so he's kicking it from the 50 or 40 odd metres out. He's kicking it from the 50 metre line after the siren. It was pretty wild how footy works like that sometimes, eh? But he shanked it to the right. And actually, shout out to Jack Crisp as well, because on Instagram I seen he's gone back down the local footy park or something like that. And
Oh, I
his
think
missus
he
is
followed us.
nah, that'd be all right. His missus films him reenacting the moment.
Yeah.
And he ends up kicking it. It's pretty funny. He's like, he's taking a bit of piss out of
I like
it. It's but everyone got around him. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
not
it can't like
Yeah, it is what it is.
the game. It shouldn't have gone that far anyway. I reckon the umpiring was shocking in that last quarter, but
Yeah.
the umpiring in general has been a bit all over the shop with the AFL and the NRL ref in there. It's up in airs in both codes. I think right now there needs to be some.
There wasn't anything more embarrassing than the end of that Canberra Raiders
Did
game.
you see the video of the player break his ankle?
Oh yeah, so that was
St
Kilda.
Terrible, man. Did you see it?
Yeah, so he's
Jumped outside the boundary,
he's gone to fist it. I think.
Oh,
his
yeah.
ankle.
He's
legit,
rolled it in.
like up onto
Yeah.
his leg.
Yeah, so how when I dislocated my ankle, I did it the opposite way. So I
it
went
went
in
outside.
and it went out, and his has gone in and popped, and so he's done for the year.
Oh, he's,
Like,
yeah.
It was so bad.
He's going to
Yeah.
go see Pappy Surgeon.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that was a St Kilda bloke. It was go watch a replay if you.
Got to give the
Full
flowers. Shout out to the Lions. Another Q Cup to their cabinet.
They just turn up at Q Cup time. Lions
Yeah.
look good. They were sort of.
But I did
same
like
as last year.
I think it did show the Suns are coming a long way.
They're still.
I
playing well.
didn't get to see much of it, but they're a lot more competitive than what they have been.
Yeah.
So it does show that they are getting there.
Well, the Ashcroft brothers just dominated that game. Like Will
Levi
got 34 and Levi had 29.
is it Levi or is it
Levi.
Is it that the young one? Or is
Levi's
that
a
Ash?
young one,
Levi,
yeah.
Levi's into $3 for
Well, they're
the
both young,
rookie
but-
of the year.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
set him at 7s at
Yeah.
the beginning.
I had a look.
My multi looks good, everything but Heaney.
I know. He missed. He's playing good. That game, that Sydney game against GWS, man. Chad Warner and Isaac Heaney.
Yep.
just shows to say that when they get their captain back, Callum Mills comes back into the middle. I reckon, honestly, like they do sort of play. Isaac will go a bit forward, and Chad Warner sometimes will come off the half, back off. But I reckon Sydney almost have nearly one of the best midfields in the comp when they're all together.
On that note, shout out to the Bannerman. Not sure if...
I did see that. It was awesome, eh? What did it say? It was...
We may have lost the grand final.
Yeah, something about
but
that.
at least we didn't lose it twice.
Yeah, GWS said that.
Something like that.
So Tigers pumped GWS in 2019. I think we beat them by like 100, close to 100 points. It might have been 10 goals.
It was a flogging.
It was a flogging. It was nowhere near it. And yeah, Sydney had lost the 2 grand finals the last 4 or 5 years, whatever it is. And old Matt and the Banners put that up there. Like, it's brutal.
It was really
But
good.
then they lost, so...
It doesn't matter. It was still
matter.
good.
Yeah.
Shout
It
out
was
to the
awesome.
Bannerman. I see your work. If
Yeah.
you watch the pod, well done.
Yeah, that was unreal.
It's a high probability he does watch the pod.
I think he does.
Yeah.
I think he does.
We moved markets, so someone's watching something.
Long time
Yeah.
listener, first time caller.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then Hawthorn in the midst of their centennial year, their 100th year.
Wow.
So
that's
they
insane.
had their 100-year celebrations on the weekend. So all the old Hawks boys were there. Shane Crawford,
All the boys.
yeah, Dermot's come out of the Fox room in there. There was a few other ones there.
It was pretty funny after
Ruffy.
the game. I think it was after the game. A few of them had a moment with Sam.
Yeah, they
It's-
did. They
it's
went
pretty
down, yeah, and they all got around, and Sam had a chat, even with all the fresh plays, and like how Sam was obviously
good. Yeah.
3-time premiership player, whatever the
goat.
Hawthorn did, and now he's captain and coaching. But that was a fiery game as well. Like, the Tigers, we were right into them.
Dude, how was it?
It was
End of the first quarter, start of the second. Like, pretty hectic.
yeah, good little dust up. I can't remember what happened before it, but
Bit
they were
dusty.
right.
Really?
There's a bit of feeling.
Any sin bins? Any?
I don't think.
No,
No,
you can't
carrying over?
get sent off in the
2025, mate. Come on.
AFL. Yeah. It was.
There's no violence in sports anymore, mate.
Nah, that's
Yeah.
true.
It was good though. It was like they kicked here we got 16-13, so that's pretty well like what's that 29 scoring shots, and we had 14 scoring shots. But
I will say this:
it was a good.
The Hawks are struggling to kick goals.
Yeah, they're no good. in front
Last
of the post
couple of
at the moment.
weeks, bit scary, but
Yeah.
by like half time we'll have like at least 7 misses, like behind. So it's
Yeah.
like be like 3-7 or something. It's like far out.
There's a few of the players flipping off the crowd these days as well.
Hey,
Little
yeah,
wizard,
what's going on
little
there?
wizard going
Little
back.
cheeky
He's
one.
giving him the old wank.
Oh, is that what it? Oh, I thought he was saying come here.
No, he was
because
giving
I
him
was
the
in my
wanker.
head. I was like, "This
It was
is it."
pretty
I
good.
was cringing a bit.
Yeah.
So I thought he was flipping the bird and then saying "come here"
No,
as he was
no.
walking away, and I was like,
it was pretty funny. He must have been copping some flack from the old
Yeah.
from the Richmond crowd, as you
Because the
do.
crowd is so close to the boundary. If you
Nick's
good, but-
it is wild.
Yeah,
"I'm
right
liking
there. You
Nick's
can feed him.
progression this year. He's moving all the way up the field. Eh?
Yeah.
He's going to be a really good player.
Yeah,
next couple
he's
of
still
years.
so young. I forget how young he is.
I just like how he's with Sam. Sam's going to transform that kid into a really good player.
Yeah, he's probably one of the better coaches to be.
Bailey
but-
Smith looked pretty good on that.
Smithy
Mate, Bailey
looks good.
Smith has. I actually sort of thought at the start of the year when Geelong picked him up. I'm pretty sure I messaged Cliffy about this as well, and just said, "Good pickup, you dickheads." Like he was injury ridden. He wasn't obviously liking his time at the Doggies. There's a bit of a beef going on there at the moment as well, but he is playing some really good football in that midfield.
Just nice to see a bit of
footy.
maturity.
Yeah. There's
all
some
it is, bit of
there's some
maturity.
strong heads around him, especially going under like a bloke like Paddy Dangerfield.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be a legend of the game. Like,
Hard nut.
to have him there is
Well, it's
probably
back
been
to
really
like what
good
you were
for
saying
him.
with the NRL. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you coach or you're not happy with your club
Yeah.
or
Yep.
toxic, bang, go to a good club like
Yeah.
Geelong. Like Geelong is like Melbourne Storm, where
Yeah,
it's
they're like
a
they're
a pinnacle. You
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
that they're a good.
They're
You know what
outstanding.
you're going to get.
Yeah,
Chris Scott will set a standard there. Like
Yeah.
they've been good for years and years now because of their culture, obviously.
yeah.
But there was that. So Western Bulldogs played Port at Ballarat Mars Stadium. So I know everyone would have seen this already, but
Yep.
but Bailey Smith had a bit of a dig afterwards. I think he was talking to Moons after the game, and he's like, "How good's this playing at the MCG after they beat Collingwood? You know, in front of 90,000 people." Whatever. He goes, "Yeah, beats playing in Ballarat or something like that. Beats playing out in Ballarat in front of probably 10,000 people."
Yep.
Had a big dig at the Doggies, and then they had Marcus Bontempelli on 9 or 10 or some or like a news channel, and they said it to him about it, and he was like, "Oh, it's good to know we're still in Bailey's mind." And then there's been a few posts getting put up as well about it all. So
Yeah.
that I think they play. If I'm not wrong, round. 11. It's in a few weeks.
See the doggies win.
Yeah,
the spoon.
doggies round 11. At GMHBA in Geelong as well on the Thursday nights. Dogs, cats. I reckon that.
Ooh.
Set your calendar for that game. That's going to be
Fiery.
unreal. And doggies are playing good at the moment as well. They're going to have a couple of players back by then, so I reckon it'll be a cracker.
Bit of
Tell you
hair
who's
pulling.
going off.
Hair pulling, yeah.
Old Liberatore.
Tell me, mate, he's a freak. He is.
It's good to see him start to get his flowers, this
Yeah.
year, because I've always, like, when Dunkley was there, I always liked Libba. I was
Libba's
like,
good,
Libba's definitely underrated here.
Mm.
And obviously, Bont's had a bit of a injury. Is a bit quiet. I'm not too sure. I think it's injury.
He's still playing all right, but
And then,
I
yeah,
think
it's
he had a
just,
couple
it's,
weeks
it's
off.
good, because I think he played a milestone game on the weekend too, didn't he?
who's that?
Libba.
Libba, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not 100.
He did something anyway.
Something weird, but yeah,
Something happened anyway, so shout out to him. I thought he was deserved to be called out.
He's one of the players that don't. Well, they actually speak about him a fair bit now. But
Yeah.
he was for so long not spoken about, but he's
At all.
just like he's just a grinder
Always had
and
good
in and under.
numbers.
Yeah,
always in the game.
his old
Always
man
has a
was
crack.
his
He's
old
always
man
in
was-
the dirty stuff, you know,
Consistent.
like around the ball.
probably got some of the best tattoos in the league as
Yeah.
well. He got go get a couple of
Looks-
close ups.
Well, it's a small bloke too.
Yeah,
He's not
I
too
don't
big.
think he's too big, but his old man's not big either. If you go
True.
back watch his old man,
Yeah,
he played the doggies for a long time. That he's
Libba.
not too big
Libba
either, but he's
Gordon.
got some classic tattoos on
name.
him, eh?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Tony's his dad's name, but the AFL's been good. I think it's the same as the league. It's so hard at the moment to just the top 8. Like it's still there's 14 teams that could be in the top 8 right now. I think
Yeah.
there was a points bet we're doing a market. I wouldn't take it because it's going to change. But they're saying $5 for the top 8 not to change from here, from like this round till the end of the year. The top 8 not to change, and I think that's. Like people will take the $5 because like $5. I think it's $3 on every other.
yeah.
But you've got
No,
teams.
it's a pretty good call, because by now it does really start to split up. Like you can really identify who's up there and who's down there. Where in the league you can sort of just say the Bulldogs are up there,
yeah,
and that's it.
there's tough games coming up. Like,
That's it. And everyone else, like you could call at least 2, maybe 3 for the spoon, and then the rest is I don't know. So what? You got 5 out of the 17 teams.
yeah. So they're calling they're calling Sydney not to make the top 8, and they're just starting to hit a stride. They've had the injury ridden.
Vice versa, you got Panthers.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people still like, I don't know, but like I don't know.
Yeah, you can't
It'll
write them
change.
out.
They're on the way. They're on the way.
Yeah. St Kilda's playing good footy.
They're on the
Essendon
way.
can turn it on when they want.
I don't know. Yeah. See,
Crows fall
Ooh,
apart.
Panthers Cowboys this weekend.
Yeah.
That'll be a
Yeah.
good test.
yeah. Let's have a look. I haven't really had a look.
Eels, Dolphins, Knights, Titans. Here we go. Battle for the spoon. That's tough, pal. Rabbits,
I'm gonna
Bronx,
lose that too.
Raiders, Bulldogs. Oh,
No
that's
way.
a massive one.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's sick. That's tough. I don't know who you're
Jeez,
tipping.
1v2.
Dragons wise,
Overtime.
Dragons at home. That'll be close.
Seagulls, Sharks. That's a goodie.
Storm and Westies, both teams who are desperate for a win.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Pretty good round of footy.
Yeah, it's looking a bit better than the AFL.
Let's do a quick little run through.
Mm.
I've got no information, so I'm winging it. Hey, mate. Must be fans of the pod.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a bit of a crowd out there.
Yeah.
Hey,
Shot live.
be out there in a sec, mate.
We'll grab Zoe, hang her out the window like Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
I do know Kafusi's back for the Finns this week.
Yeah, we missed him.
Danger Man.
Sounds like a sin bin, doesn't
Dolphins, Eels.
I love him.
I'll be taking the Dolphins on that for
it?
sure.
Yeah, I'll run with the Finns. They do a win.
haven't
Knights,
actually looked at that
Titans.
team.
Yeah, we'll skip that.
That's a tough one.
We'll lose. We'll lose. Don't you worry about that.
You just Fletcher Sharp will just put it together.
No, because he scored a hat-trick last week. He won't score this week.
Yeah, he'll get a hat trick.
I'm thinking someone, whoever their random halfback will be, he'll score. Sounds like something that happened to the Titans.
Yep.
Yeah, because he's
I think Dylan Lucas might be back this week.
I do like Dylan Lucas.
So that'd be good for the Knights. Probably marks up on Bo on the left-hand side. Don't tell Dave, he'll get a little crybaby. We'll
Raiders,
skip.
Bulldogs. I'm going to say Raiders. You got no...
It's at Canberra.
Preston?
What time is it?
It is at Canberra, 3 p.m. on a Saturday.
Oh, that's a bit better for the Dogs.
You think
Yeah,
they're
I'm
better
going-
or not at GL?
I'm going Raiders because we've been saying this for the whole year. Raiders at home are a different beast.
Yep.
Point to prove here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it'll be So Bulldogs obviously doing
I'll
well
go
this
now. I'll
year.
go 18-16.
But Bulldog,
Ooh.
this is the second team in the top 4
Yep.
that Raiders, the Bulldogs have versed. They lost to the Bronx.
So I'm going to lock in 18-16 final score. That game. That's my
Lock it
prediction
in.
there.
Dragons, Warriors. I think Warriors flying under the radar. They'll probably do some damage.
I say it every time. Be wary though. Dragons at home are a very good team.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only time they show up.
Yeah, it's at Wynn Stadium as
Yeah.
well. They love Wynn Stadium.
Take the Dragons at the line.
Best stadium in the
Dragons at
comp,
the
I
line
reckon,
will be
anyway.
a good bet, actually.
Dragons at the line sounds
a
good
good
to
bet.
me.
Cowboys, Panthers. Who knows? Not me.
Anyone getting a golden point vibe?
That'd be all right.
That's huge.
Has there been a lot of golden points?
No, halftime draw.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Actually, no, I haven't hit it yet. I chased it all weekend. But if you bet with Bet365, go same game multi, go down to the 60-minute market. The draw has been $17 or $17.50 all last week. It's great odds.
at 60 minutes.
Yeah, at 60
yeah.
minutes for it to be a draw,
Yeah.
$17.50. I'll be on that all weekend.
Jeez.
So just keep an eye out. You got the 5-minute Ritzy danger zone and the 60-minute mark. If it's a
fair
draw,
play.
you'll hear me. You'll hear
Yeah.
me if it hits.
Yep. That's a fair
like
play.
it.
Storm Tigers.
Um,
That is a toughie. Storm.
it's
always,
in Melbourne.
Yeah, it's in Melbourne.
I'm going big.
Could be a bloodbath.
I'm going 40 plus.
Especially after last weekend letting the
They've got to do
Raiders
something.
Do that to 'em.
They've got to do something. They need
They need
to
to
fight
play
back.
the full 80 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm going 42 points plus. West is in strife.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's all we like to see. There'll be a lot of money on that from me then.
Yes, sir.
Going into, perfect. That game into the Seagulls Sharks. You know the Seagulls love a Sunday
I
Arvo
was going to
game.
say,
Yeah,
this
4
sounds
points.
like a flat track bully game. Sorry, Slim. I
Yeah.
think Manly could be on here.
I'll be putting
I
8
think
try scorers across all of them.
the only thing that may give Sharks a chance is the fact that Nico has started to play a little bit better, a little
Yeah.
bit more
Nico's out.
confident. 3 try assists last week. One of the stats I do remember. But I don't give him a chance here, eh?
No.
I don't.
The team looks strong. The
I look
team looks strong
Kawatu.
down there as well.
Scored last week after I talked about it, but he
Yeah.
was on a 4 or 5 game no try streak. He's got to have a couple of good games if he wants to get into Origin. So this could be his afternoon here.
Yeah, okay.
Another guy who frosts it down there at 4 Pines, Crypto Bullymore. Yeah,
True. I do like him. He's
he'll be about
he's
$4.
hungry. He's a hungry little try scorer.
Let's lock him in for that game to finish off the week.
Yeah, perfect. We'll take it.
Classic.
We'll take it.
Good times.
Yeah. What
Now,
else?
because obviously we are way behind this week and
Yeah.
technology is down, are we going to do 3, 2, 1s or do we want to post them on socials?
we'll just put them on the socials.
We'll put them on
Yeah.
Yeah,
socials.
keep it short because we're at an hour already.
Yeah,
Sweet.
So
I reckon.
Yeah.
We'll chuck them up properly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll put them up.
the leaderboard's not even up. I think it's pretty much Tomo's still in the lead because we haven't
Yeah,
done
I'm
much.
pretty close. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember what we did on last. Did we even do 3, 2, 1s on the last step?
I messaged mine in. It was in a bad spot. Maybe we just missed a couple.
Oh,
of
no.
weeks.
Yeah.
No. Duh. Head wall.
Oh yeah.
Bro.
It's been 2 weeks since then. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Another one. So close.
I was watching that at one of the Aussie bars up in Ho Chi Minh, Saigon, if you want to be all legit. And I was like, I tapped on this. I was actually, funny story. I was talking to this Pommy dude.
Yep.
He's a just out of nowhere. I put the race on, the quokka on.
Yep.
Straight away, and he turns around, sees me, and goes, "Oh, you into racing, are you?" Pommy accent, and I was like, "Yeah, watch a bit of racing."
Yeah, keep
and
it
he
down,
just
Ben Bell.
grabs his phone, starts showing me all these photos. He's a security escort of horses and jockeys at Royal Ascot
Yep.
in England, and he was showing me videos of
Yep.
like the king coming past him, photos with all the jockeys. It was
Unreal.
wild, just out of nowhere, and he's just like, I can't remember what his name was. He was calling me Adam.
Adam.
As I
Shout
said, as I said, I obviously mumble a bit when I talk. He goes, Adam, I'm like, yeah, whatever, it's all good. Had a few beers. He was a legend, eh? Show me all these photos.
That's
He's like,
sick.
if you ever come over, just come up to me, and if you see me, because I said I want to do Royal one day,
Yep.
when I'm rich enough,
Yep.
hopefully soon.
Once we get sponsored, we'll get
yeah.
flights over there.
And I'd love
Shout
to go
out.
over there, but it was just classic that it come up, and I was watching Headwall.
Yep.
He didn't do anything wrong, Zachy Lloyd, in a way, but he did you can't when you come around that wide and you're that
It
far
did.
back.
He got
It's hard
pushed.
to not let it go when he let it go.
Yeah.
And it was just that split, and that's a good WA horse that beat it as well. Like,
Bro,
it was rough.
don't start me.
That's your other horse you were talking about.
Don't start me. Don't start me. The best part about it was, as we know, I've got serious phone issues. So we're at Cliffy's engagement party. Boys were sitting over in their little corner, and I was like, no, as I do, I'm going to go watch it over here by myself.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
Little did I know, my phone's behind by 10 seconds.
For like 20 seconds.
By the time I've come around the corner, it must have been over for him. So I've watched and by the time I turn it on, Riser come around the corner, gets pushed out 40
righto.
wide. I'm like,
He had to go around. He couldn't.
I was
go
like,
around.
this is just classic. And then about 2 seconds later, I was like, it's picked up.
Yeah. It was
So I get in my
flying,
group.
bro.
Start riding it in the corner.
And then he's doing this.
Doing these ones, start to come. Like,
And we've already watched it.
I'm
finish.
riding it. I'm riding it. And bro, gets done the line, and I'm just like, I turn around and see if the boys are watching, and they're all just laughing at me. They're like, we've seen it. And I'm there, I'm like, yep.
Yeah.
And then get real calm, like, beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
The
And then I
200 it was
hear,
on.
Joker's grin.
Yeah,
and I'm just
yeah.
like, nah.
No
Nah.
way.
All week I'm looking
Yeah.
at Joker's green. It's 26
Good
bucks.
money,
It's
good
21
money.
bucks. It's 26 bucks. I'm like, nah. Got to stay with
Yeah.
head wall. He's done me dirty last
Yeah, yeah.
week. Don't want to know about it.
The
It's
head
just,
ball.
if you know me, it's just the exact result that I've
Yeah,
had for
yeah.
the last 27 years of my life.
Yeah.
No chance. Become a chance.
Yeah.
Come into about $1.02
Yeah.
and get done on the
And
line.
get down the line. Yeah, I was tapping the missus like we've got. I put a bit of money on it. So I was like,
So did I.
we've got it. We got it at 200. This bloke's still trying to talk to me.
I've gone from clicking to the finger.
Yeah.
And I'm getting higher each 50. It's getting higher.
Oh man.
Oh,
That was a rough watch.
and by this point, I'm like down in the hole a bit. And
Yeah.
I'm like, dinner's on the table.
Yeah,
I'm back
yeah.
in the game.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Right.
And then I'm thinking, have I put extra head on? Nah.
Nah.
It's like, oh no.
I was stoked I was in Vietnam because all my beers were that cheap. It didn't really matter. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, well, better turn that $1.50
Oh.
beer into my throat right now. That was terrible.
So yeah,
Classic Quokka run though.
Yeah.
classic.
Good
Gone
run.
for a spell. Caught it.
Mm.
He's looking for an Everest spot. We're geniuses.
Yeah.
Took the all in. You're welcome. Can only do what I do for you. Can
Yeah.
only do what I do.
Just keep following it. Keep putting money on it. It'll come. It'll come.
That's
Oh,
all
yeah.
I've got.
Good rap. Good,
Sweet.
good up.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it.
2 weeks off, straight back into it.
Yeah.
Just like riding a bike.
Yeah.
Easy as 1, 2, 3.
Gotta
You
start
know the
pumping
drill.
again.
If you got a tip, got any news, chuck it up.
Let us know.
If you want to be a caller next week, we need entries. Don't be shy. Put your name up.
Yeah.
If you don't want to be identified, call yourself Small Richie. It doesn't matter.
Yep, exactly. Or bush pig.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. But yeah, we'll start the socials will start pumping a bit more as well. Now we're back into the swing of it.
Yeah, back into it.
We've had a bit going on the last couple few weeks.
Oh,
So
it's been a lot.
Yeah. But we'll be on
Yeah.
Spotify, Apple, as per usual. Download it, follow it, rate it.
yeah.
Download it.
Because that's the only thing we can see. We can't see who's listening or watching or whatever.
Yeah.
Unless you YouTube,
Yep.
just comment. So that's easy
Yeah.
to see. Beautiful boys.
Thank you very much.
See
And
you
go the
next week.
Titans.
Go the Bronx.
Cheers, Dolphins. And the Tigers. Richmond.
And Hawks.